Yeah. Last question for you.
Yeah.
The one celebrity you would love to meet.
Wow. Shit. There's probably dozens I could list off the top of my head, but right off the top, I could think about right now
Well,
would
give me your
probably
top
be
three.
Jay-Z, Elon Musk, and who would sit in that third seat? It's
It's
got,
tough when you think about it.
it's extremely tough. I mean,
There's so
Jay-Z,
many people so many people you can put in that seat.
yeah, I mean, Elon Musk is kind of like an obvious choice just because I just think he's on the spectrum and he just is able, his brain is able to think like most people can't think. I think Jay Z is a good example of growing up in the same state and kind of growing from like rags to riches from like the hood and then turning that into like a multi-billion-dollar business and industry. And he's very shrewd in the business person. That's why I love Jay Z. And the third person, I would probably have to like time travel back to probably be like somebody like Einstein because Einstein is just kind of like the way he thinks is completely different than Elon, completely different than anyone else, and his theories still hold up till this day to a certain extent. So it's just kind of like, what would it look like for me to sit down at a round table with Jay Z, Elon Musk, and Einstein, and all of us are throwing back some shots of whiskey and bourbon?
You got me on the bourbon, man. I love it.
Yeah. Well, I think we didn't even talk about that. I mean, let's talk about that for a minute, like before we close out, man. Don't you have like 100,000 followers in like a bourbon group somewhere? Like,
Yeah, so the four founding fathers of a company called Bourbon Nation, with the single largest private Facebook group in the world dedicated to bourbon, and we have just right at 100,000 people that religiously follow us. And I say religiously because we have not posted any content in more than 2 years. It's 100% community driven,
nice.
and it's a great way to research bourbon, what people are drinking, where they're getting it, what they're finding, what they're paying for it. If you are taking a vacation, going on a trip, and you're going to this Virginia Beach, for example, and you want to know what's the best restaurant in the area that does a good smoked old fashioned
Yeah.
or something of that nature, you'll have 60, 70 people reply to you within an hour. So it's a great community of people. It's a lot of education, a lot of opinions on how bourbon should be drank. But the one thing I've taken away from that group more than anything else is that everyone's palate is different. To
Mhm.
each their own. Drink what you enjoy.